Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new middle grade book spotlight. So for this week, we are taking some inspiration from the mini decorations you may have seen since even before Christmas. I think they were even putting stuff out in stores. That would be for Valentine's Day, yes. But I can promise you right now, our inspiration is not romance. Don't turn this off yet if you're going to be like, oh, it's not a romance. No, I'll promise you it isn't. Because what we are doing is we are taking a look at books that have red and or pink covers. That's right. So that means we have a little bit of something for everyone today because that's our theme. We're just looking at the covers. We are totally judging what the story is just based on the color of that cover. So we have 6 amazing titles we're going to take a look at. So let's get started. Our first one is Ahmed Aziz's Epic Year. So Ahmed is 12 years old when he is forced to move from the only home he's ever known in Hawaii. Now his father has cirrhosis and he has to move closer to a hospital where he can get the experimental treatment, which is going to lead them to Minnesota, which is like basically the complete opposite of Hawaii in every way you can possibly think of. Things do not start very well, especially at school where it is mostly white students. And Ahmed soon finds himself being bullied for being Indian American and Muslim. And this is something he has never experienced before in his whole life. He was always accepted in Hawaii. Not having any friends, feeling homesick, struggling to cope with his father's health getting worse, Ahmed turns to something he actually hates doing. He starts to read. As he starts to love the books he has to read for class, he learns more about himself and his family, including the uncle who died at Ahmed's age. Yeah, an amazing realistic book which looks at family, figuring out who you are, bullying, friendship, and that it's okay to be different. It's okay that you won't be like everyone else. It's totally all good. You will fall in love with this book. You won't be able to stop reading. You will find yourself relating to Ahmed in so many different ways. This is Ahmed Aziz's Epic Year. Dream, Annie, Dream. So it is 1987. We are in Kansas, and YNU is 12 years old. She's Japanese American, and she decides to go by the name Annie because it seems to be easier for others to say and understand. And she has some dreams. She wants to be in the NBA. She wants to be on the stage, and she wants to be an award-winning actress. You will follow Annie throughout her school year as she explores, discovers, and faces various situations, from making the middle school basketball team to struggling with her math assignments, while getting a part in the school play of King and I, just because of how she looks. And then also she starts to understand, recognize, deal with the microaggressions and forms of racism that she faces on a daily basis because of her heritage. Again, she even gets accused of getting the part in the school play because of her race. You will be along with this awakening journey with Annie as she wants to be true to herself, all while coming to terms with how others may see her and view her. And she doesn't need to be defined by their thoughts or opinions, but it will be a journey to get to that point. This historical setting is one that's still relevant today, an eye-opening, thought-provoking story. You will be cheering Annie on every step of the way. Dream, Annie, dream. Stand Up, Yumi Chung. Yumi is not looking forward to her summer because she's expected to help her parents in their Korean barbecue restaurant. Plus, they are also forcing her to attend a Korean test prep summer class because her parents really want her to become a doctor. But Yumi doesn't want to be a doctor. In fact, she kind of wants to do something that people might consider the complete opposite of being a doctor. She wants to become a comedian. And when a mix-up happens with a case of mistaken identity, Yumi soon finds herself not at the test prep class, but at a summer comedy class. In her mind, this is meant to be. Like, everything lined up to this point. But soon she starts to find herself having to juggle numerous identities and lies, and everything soon starts to take a toll on Yumi. And she has to make some decisions, even if it means disappointing her parents, to do what she loves. This humor-filled realistic novel is one that everyone can relate to at some point, in some way, in some form, in some shape. Even if your dream is not to be a comedian, we all have dreams. This is Stand Up, You, Me, John. Knockout. Levi has some problems, okay? He sometimes has trouble breathing due to a health issue from when he was younger. His parents are now divorced. His older brother is never around now. And his best friend now has a new friend who she spent all of her time with. When Levi discovers boxing, though, he finds something that he kind of falls in love with. And he enjoys doing it and is actually pretty good at it. As Levi starts to push himself harder, though, to get better, he finds himself injured in the ring. But could this injury actually be something that will help him overcome the health issue that has plagued him since he's been younger? This story has it all. It's about finding your place, finding your passion. You'll be along for this journey with Levi as he learns about himself, about others. You may even be inspired to try something new. It's an amazing novel in verse. We've talked about novel and verses in here at some points in time, but again, love it. Even if you are not a poetry fan, you will love novels in verse. This one is an amazing knockout. Other words for home. So 12-year-old Jew lives in Syria in a town on the coast with her mother, older brother, and her grandparents. Now, as danger grows closer to their town, and her older brother Isa wants to join the revolution, Jude's pregnant mother makes the decision to move her and Jude to America to escape the ever-growing and increasing violence. Okay? This is stuff that actually has happened in Syria. Okay, they've had a civil war. It's still going on. The threat of violence, it's there every day. Now, leaving behind everything she knows, Jude soon starts to figure out that living in America is not that easy either. And she is forced to start 7th grade without knowing anyone. She doesn't even know the language. She doesn't even know the food. Like, everything is completely different to her. As she starts to adjust with the help of her new friend Layla, a terrible event makes her realize it can be tough to be an Arab living in the United States. This realistic and heartwarming book will have you seeing through someone else's eyes and will re-examine what you have and how you treat others and how we should be there for one another. This is Other Words for Home. And our last one for today is Me and Sam Handle the Apocalypse. Jessie is just trying to survive middle school, but lately it seems as though nothing is going right. Her father was accused of stealing money from the school library. She's constantly getting bullied due to her autism and being different from others. And then there's the fact that her mother has been deployed with the military overseas and she never sees her. Okay, she's not there. Things kind of start to change, though, when she makes a new friend, and they decide they are going to really figure out what happened with her father, okay, and this crime that he is accused of, because there is no way that her father did what they're saying. There's no way he stole money from the school library, okay? Plus, she really wants to figure out if her puppy has superpowers, right? Now, all of this comes to a head when a tornado is about to rip through their small town, and it may be up to Jessie to help everyone around her. Filled with mystery, there's some suspense, there's some non-stop action, there's some friendship, you're on the edge of your seat turning some of the pages, you'll be reading faster as you get closer to the end, because you want to know what's going to happen with this tornado. Me and Sam Handle the Apocalypse. So these are just 6 of the books we have here at the library that are inspired by some Valentine's Day-esque colors. We got those reds and some pinks on those covers. So a little bit of something for everyone today. So come on out to the library, check out one of these, or maybe red or pinks, maybe not your thing. We have plenty of other books to choose from as well that we can help you find that perfect one. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope you tune back next time for a whole new middle grade book spotlight.